Picking up where we left off, we were going to try to move this front plane here so that this point was at the origin and our x-axis was in this direction and y-axis straight up here, so that way, again, if you had a more complex robot, and for instance, suppose you knew it was going to be based in a certain position and you wanted to find out if you were going to be able to reach up with the arm, extend the arm out and be able to reach something, you could do that and check at any point what the coordinates are in Solidworks very easily. So the first thing we have to do is float this part. Right now it's fixed, so we're going to just select float, and now it can be moved. I've selected that front face, and I want that to be lined up. Hold down the control key, select the front plane, release, and then click on this paper clip. And so what that did, it just mated the front plane of the part to the front plane of the assembly file. And so next we'll pick that bottom, and I can fly out this right here, and then we'll mate that to the top plane. Okay, and then this face right here will mate to the right plane. Okay, so let's look at what we have at this point. Right, this part now, it's fully defined again because those three planes being basically constrained to the right, top, and front plane of the assembly have fully constrained it. But now, if we pick on that point, you can see at the bottom of the screen it says 0, 0, 0, and this point out here, as expected, is 11, 0, 0, right, because it's 11 by 8. And if I pick on this back point, you can see it says minus 0.25. It's a 1/4 inch thick plate. So now we want to, maybe the next thing we'll do is let's constrain this spacer right here. So I pick that internal curved surface and hold down the control key and pick this surface right here, and I'm going to click on the paper clip there, and SOLIDWORKS has already guessed we want that to be concentric, so just click on the green check mark there. And then the other thing we're going to want, so right now it is concentric, but if I click on this part, you see it hasn't been constrained in this direction. So we'll pick on that face and just rotate around and pick on that face, and you can see now that that's constrained at that point. So we'll now take this part, say this part right here, and click on that internal surface and that internal surface. That's what we want. And then we want this face right here constrained to this face right here. Okay? And the next thing we'll do is let's pick that internal circular surface, and we'll mate that to that surface right there, and then we'll mate the front of that to the back of this. Okay, and let's take this midpoint of this one and mate it to that surface right there, and then that face we want to be mated to that face right there. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so you can see that this is starting to come together now, and so at this point we'll put a concentric constraint between that hole and this hole, and I'm not going to worry about putting spacers in yet until we make sure that all of this is going to fit together. Okay, so let's go ahead and put concentric constraint, and I'm going to have to stop here and pick up with the next video.